And when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. We've got Ty Jerome, and it's Prosper in at the center position. And for the Rockets, Smith and Şengün make up the 4 and the 5. The perimeter pair will be Thompson next to Durant, and it's Shepherd in at the 1. Greg, no secret that these teams don't like each other. Could things get a little chippy tonight?
It would not surprise me at all, Kevin. These teams, not only fierce rivals, but there's a little bit of animosity for one another. Throw in the fact that both these teams play in the same conference. Yeah, I'd say the spirits might be high tonight.
Here's Coward. Pass to Prosper. Here's Coward. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Shepherd. Smith on the wing. Now Shepherd. Houston moving it around. Durant, the pass to Shepherd. Smith sets the pick for Shepherd. Shot clock at 6. Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against the Warriors. Pass to Clayton. Here's Jerome. Here's Coward. And the 3 off target. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. They come in fresh off the win against the Warriors.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
And it was funny, the road arena didn't bother them at all. I mean, they locked in, focused, and executed, and got it done.
Pass to Prosper. Here's Clayton. Here's Coward. The Grizzlies with another miss. Inside. And finished off by Shepherd.
He is a really good athlete. Give Shepherd a launching pad, and he will not turn it down.
Here's Clayton. 20 points for him last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Durant feeling it out a bit. Pass to Shepherd. Smith sets the pick for Shepherd. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Coward. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Now Jerome, with an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented, different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
So it's the Grizzlies now, after the missed 3 from KD. Pass to Clayton. There's the triple. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Here's Thompson. Rebounded by Prosper.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's Jerome. 3-pointer. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Durant. He's coming off a 31-point game against the Golden State Warriors.
And, you know, he was getting fouled time and time again and really delivered at the free throw line. Huge contribution there, guys.
And so here's Memphis after the 3-pointer from KD. Jerome with it. He has 6. Prosper misses. Thompson surveying the floor. Pass to Şengün. Back to Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Here's Jerome. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Here's Hendricks. And he banks in the layup.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Thompson outside. Back to Katie. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Katie's got 5 points so far.
He is on one right now, getting to his spots and executing.
There's a good screen. No one near as Jerome lets it go. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. To the paint. Here's Smith. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Well, we've seen some defensive wizards among the NBA's freshman class this season. Let's now take a look at the rookie steal leaders. Reed Shepherd on top.
Just great hands, guys. You can never relax when he's guarding you. And that's such a valuable quality. He's got his opponents on notice.
Yeah, his anticipation is just phenomenal. Always looking to jump the passing lane, pick your pocket, come up with the steal. You can't put the ball in front of him because he'll take it from you and then laugh at you.
Here's Prosper. Back to Jerome. Clayton, the pass to Hendricks. A three-pointer off the mark. Rockets leading by 5. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Clark, when you think of 3-level scorers at the power forward position, Jabari Smith fits the bill.
Yeah, he runs like a gazelle and seems to never tire. I mean, the energy he plays with is contagious and seems limitless. He gets himself to the rim. He's got a sweet stroke. Well, I tell you, his future is really bright.
Here in the final days of the NBA regular season, Greg, every team trying to wrap things up on a high note.
Yeah, and even the top teams doing what they can to head into the postseason with some momentum, right? While lottery teams want to finish strong and have something to build off of.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Hey, Kevin. The Grizzlies last season retired the jersey number of the grind father, defensive ace Tony Allen, the player who coined the grit and grind motto that came to define the franchise in the 2010s. Allen was a perennial all-defense selection in Memphis, and his hard-nosed play set the tone. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. And here are the Grizzlies now, following the 3 from Kevin Durant. Hendricks passes to Clayton. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Jerome. It's rebounded by Şengün.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
And there it is for them. And now an 11-point Rocket lead.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Pass to Prosper. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And you look at these Rockets, Greg, pretty fearsome on the defensive end.
I mean, great length and athleticism on the wings and a defensive-minded coach in Ime Udoka. They'll make you work for it, no doubt about it.
First one falls for him. And Greg, these poised veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future, and they've already shown they can make a major impact.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Houston. Tari Eason comes in for Shepherd. That one misses. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Durant. Over Hendricks. Off the left rim and out. Grizzlies shooting 31% here early on. Not getting the shots they'd like. Now Jerome. Here's Clayton. He has yet to score. Some nice passing there by Memphis. No good from outside.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's ready to talk things through with them. Houston making some changes. Green, he's checked in for Smith. And Okogie subbed in for Durant. The Grizzlies trail by 12. Outside Jackson. Pass to Prosper. And he uses the glass on the layup. Rockets leading by 10. And here's Thompson. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Golden State. And the wide open shot from Green. And a miss there on the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Back to Jerome. There's the pick. And Capella sends it back.
Over a 7'4" wingspan for Clint Capella. That's long, folks, and makes him an intimidating shot blocker.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Here's Jackson, following the score by Houston. Jackson setting the pick here for Jerome. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Jerome's got 9.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And Thompson throws it down.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Here's Prosper. Last game we saw him score 13. Outside Jackson. Here's Coward. No good on the 3.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now, here's Thompson. Jeff Green missing his last shot. 6 on the shot clock, and Thompson throws it down.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And so it's Memphis with it, following the score by Houston. Jackson gets the bucket.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. So both teams changing it up here. Let's check out the standings in the Western Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. You look at Houston. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far. And, of course, Memphis, they find themselves in the dregs of the conference.
Well, I think for Houston, they're in a good spot. Looking to generate some momentum heading into the playoffs. I don't see them resting anyone. They want to finish strong.
Here's Davison. Pass to Eason. In the corner, Şengün with it. Swiped away. And it's Memphis on the break. The Rockets pull it in. Here's Davison. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. And the Rockets lead by 12.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Spencer. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Jackson misses. And it's Şengün with the ball for the Rockets. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Jackson lays it up off the glass. Jackson's got his second basket of the night. And so it's the Houston Rockets, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Rockets here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. Greg, you look at Alperen Şengün. He's one of the best combinations of force and finesse in the NBA.
And you wonder how he fell to the 16th pick in the 2021 draft. You saw the numbers he was putting up as a 19-year-old in Turkey. Pretty clear he should have gone higher.
And the first one drops. And we've heard some coaches complaining about players getting away with traveling. Is that something, Greg, the league needs to clean up?
Well, it's inevitable that a few of those calls are going to be missed. But listen, you'd rather have that than officials whistling travels that didn't happen.
Şengün hits them both.
The thing that stands out about Şengün is how crafty he is in the post. Excellent footwork and a lot of moves.
Outside Gibson. Pass to Jackson. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Goes up on the wing. Rebound by Jeff Green.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Eason passes to Okogie. Out to the right wing. Here's Finney-Smith. Good on the three-point shot. And the Rockets lead by 17.
Really good work by Finney-Smith there to get himself in position, doing the work before the shot. And once he gets the ball, he's good to go.
To the inside. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
Here's Eason. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. from 13, and Houston again with the bucket. The Grizzlies trail by 17. Pass to Jackson. Three-pointer. The Rockets pull it in. Drives to the hoop. Eason. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
The Grizzlies trail by 20. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Clayton. And it's Houston on the break. And the basket by Okogie.
Boy, that's a great job by Okogie to get out in front and finish off the break.
Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Jerome passes to Hendricks. Jackson from long range. Cans it from downtown. Jackson's got 8.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Pass to Okogie. Now, here's Şengün. Clock at 6. Here's Okogie for 3. Rebounded by Jackson. Here's Clayton. He's covered by Eason. Outside Jackson. Pass to Jerome. Misses the 3. Rockets leading by 19 points. Green in the post. Jackson on him. And now let's bring you the list of the top 3-point shooting teams over the course of the past 10 games. In third, the Rockets.
The main factor, I think, is the great spacing. That has led to wide-open, long-range shots, and that's why we see the great numbers from the 3.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy for the Rockets. Kevin Durant comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Thompson in for Josh Okogie. That free throw, no good.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Memphis Grizzlies, trailing by 19. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire. Hey, in today's NBA game, I think you have to stretch the floor if you're going to be competitive and give yourself the best chance to win. They have loads of confidence from three-point land right now.
Here's Jerome. 9 points in the game so far. Yep, that one goes. Jerome's got 11 points. Rockets leading by 20. Durant, the pass to Eason. Back to KD. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Pass to Hendricks. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 5.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Now Green. Eason finds KD. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
They are shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and their confidence is growing.
Pass to Clayton. Beyond the arc. And it's KD with the rebound.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Memphis has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Here's Hendricks. Şengün covering. Jackson scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Most any coach loves points coming off assists.
Outside, KD. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
He was extremely sharp at the free throw line in their last outing.
And it helped them get a narrow win. They needed every one of those points he got from the line. Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
And so he hits the technical free throw. And no questioning the greatness of Kevin Durant. But, Greg, trying to get back into championship contention.
Yeah, and since his 2 titles with the Warriors, disappointment with the Nets and Suns, can he get a shot at another ring?
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Smith comes in for Green, and Shepard subbed in for Tari Eason. Shepard with the ball, guarded by Jerome. Durant with a terrific move and bucket. KD's got 11 points in the quarter.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Chance now to take a look at some of the steal numbers over the scope of the last few months for Tari Eason.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Clayton, the pass to Jerome. Here's Clayton. Pass to Prosper. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the screen. Here's Jerome. And he's good on the 3-ball. Jerome's got 14.
Well, he's leading the way, trying to get everybody else going now.
Now here's Durant. 21 points in the game. It's good. Durant's got 23 points.
Yeah, you know, at first glance, you might think Durant has trouble finishing through contact, but think again, folks. I mean, you can't measure desire by body type.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, Amen Thompson, one of the most spectacular athletes in basketball. Coach Ime Udoka said he's so fast and explosive that he has the versatility to attack any matchup. Put a big body on him, he still has his advantages. We can put him anywhere in actions, and he can get downhill. Kevin?
What an athlete. Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Memphis has gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. There's Jerome. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
And they're top 10 in free throw shooting. Always focused on that aspect of the game, not looking to give points away.
And just a touch again on their steals, Greg. Some of the fastest hands in the league are on this team. Opponents really have to be careful with the ball around. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Rockets. Thompson outside. Pass to Shepard. Back to Durant. And here is Capella. Now Shepard. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Jerome. Again, the Rockets score.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Here's Clayton. No scoring in this one. Now Jerome. Add basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
There's a screen from the arc. It's rebounded by Houston.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Pass to Capella. On the wing, Thompson. Wants to get it to KD and does. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Durant's got 27 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Tries it from 19. On the wing, Thompson. From outside, off the mark. Memphis has gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. There's 1:54 left in the second quarter. Jerome passes to Clayton. Shoots over Capella. The shot by Clayton, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Now, here's Durant. 27 points for him. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Working for high percentage quality looks, trying to chip away at this deficit.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Rockets.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
Clint Capella is a guy who's a defensive anchor and takes quality shots, and because of that, he plays his role to perfection.
Pass to Prosper. 1:12 left in the first half. Bounce pass for Jerome. Clayton. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for Houston. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. Thompson with the bucket.
Timing and athleticism. That's how Thompson won himself the second opportunity.
Pass to Hendricks. To the middle. Here's Coward. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And, you know, the screen wasn't that great, but still he got it done. Excellent concentration on the hard finish.
For Memphis, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. Jabari Smith, he's jacked in for Capella. And so here is Houston. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Here's Durant. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Boy, they need to ride him as far as he can take him because he is pedal to the metal right now.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. That's good from Durant.
I don't think you could design a better scorer than Durant. I mean, range from deep, the touch at the rim, excellent handles, 7 feet tall. He does everything you want from your first option.
The Grizzlies with another miss. Houston's gone for the three-pointer 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Pass to Finney-Smith. Now Thompson. 6 to shoot. Smith outside from downtown. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists in the game. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Rockets. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. We come back right after this.
Welcome to halftime, and guys, so far the game has belonged to Kevin Durant.
One of the greatest scorers in NBA history. KD is just different. The length, the shooting, the handles. I don't know how anyone can stop this man.
Agreed, Shaq, man. It's just so fun to watch KD on a night like tonight. All right, guys, time to see what the fans are saying on social media. And here's a good one. Gerald Hops inquires, what would happen if the league got rid of the three-point line?
I actually love that idea. Get rid of those little guys running around on the outside. Earn your living in the paint.
Yeah, nope. Let's not go back to the olden days. No, thank you.
Well, you know, the league is always looking for ways to improve and evolve, but I agree. I don't see that one happening anytime soon. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game, Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And here are the Rockets now. We'll see Durant and Smith playing up at forward. Thompson is out there with Shepard. And it's Şengün in at the center, locking down the middle. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Şengün's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Rockets. Pass to Clayton. Here's Coward, defended by Durant. Here's Clayton. Shot clock at 5. Here's Jerome. Knocks down the 3 ball. Jerome's got 19 points.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Shepard, the pass to Şengün. Now here is Smith. Back to KD. Thompson for 3. Rebounded by Prosper. And for Memphis, they're shooting reasonably well, 45%. When you talk about Amen Thompson, Clark, one of my favorite players. This kid is great.
Yeah, he's a joy to watch. I mean, for as young as he is, the way he gets after it defensively, the way he attacks the rim, he plays with a verve and confidence that belies his youth, man. He's a special talent, a freak athlete, exceptional at the defensive end already. And his offense is only going to continue to develop. Boy, that guy could be scary. There aren't going to be many people saying amen having to deal with him.
Here's Prosper. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Durant with the steal. And finished off by KD.
Durant has definitely been on one tonight. knocking down shots for himself at a high rate.
Pass to Coward. Here's Hendricks, covered by Smith. Jerome with it. 19 points in the game. Count that bucket. Jerome's got 5 points in the quarter.
3 for 3 this half. Nothing to complain about with that.
Thompson outside. Outside, KD. Good on the triple. KD's got 37.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Durant. 37 points for him. Smith with a screen on Jerome. And it's Shepard missing. Memphis has gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Şengün passes to Thompson. And KD the bucket on the assist by Thompson. KD's got 39.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Let's take a look at some of the leaders of the NBA. These point guards have been shooting lights out during the last month. Third is Amen Thompson.
As a point guard, you want to create the best possible shot every trip down the floor. And given the way these guys have shot the ball, it's not a bad idea every now and then for them to go it alone.
Well, they're not going to do that, though. I mean, even as deadly as they are from the field, they're always looking to set up their teammates first.
Here's Clayton. Still yet to score. There's the 3. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And, that's their first miss after knocking down 4 in a row to start the half.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
This is his 2nd attempt at the line tonight.
And at 78%, he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them all season long.
Guys, he's slightly fallen off his pace from a year ago at the line, and those points from the stripe have been a little harder to come by.
And Jerome has got the ball here for Memphis. Pass to Coward. Back to Jerome. Launches a 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Thompson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 15.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Grizzlies have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the 3rd. Here's Coward. He's got 13. Back to Jerome to stop the run. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Rockets?
All game long, they've imposed their will on the interior, scoring a lot of points in the painted area.
And their passing has been great as well. Ball movement is key in getting good looks, and they've had that down tonight.
And the first one at the line is good. And Jerome drops them both. And so it's Houston with it. Now Shepherd. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Memphis has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. A 3 ball. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Memphis has gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. And it's Coward missing. Houston's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Takes a step back. Thompson dishes to Smith. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
And Smith is just so impressive, especially when he's working in that screen and roll.
Here's Coward. 16 points for him. 2 points, that one goes. Jerome's got 9 points here in the second half. For Houston, they've gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. Outside, KD. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Jerome with it. 25 points in the game. Six on the shot clock. Here he goes. Pulls it up. The rebound by Shepherd.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
KD can't get it to go.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Coward. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
The Grizzlies have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. A new lineup here for Houston. And the Grizzlies also with a sub. G.G. Jackson. He's checked in for Ty Jerome. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Here's Eason. He has 7. Good on the bucket.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
Here's Hendricks. Following the score by Houston. The shot by Clayton, no good.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Finney-Smith. Off target from outside. For Memphis, they've gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Pass to Prosper. Here's Coward, driving the lane. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
He's been excellent in this period. Even though they're down, he's keeping them close.
Here's Okogie. Capella sets a screen for Eason. No good with the triple. Memphis has gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. They set the pick. Here's Hendricks. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Hendricks has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
defensively, you've got to apply more pressure to a shooter of his caliber.
Pass to Okogie. Down low. And Green gets it to go. Here's Clayton. Still without a basket. Here's Coward. Jackson in the corner. Memphis moving it around. Lets it go with a three. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Green, the pass to Okogie. Now Eason. Screen by Capella. Takes a three. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pass to Coward. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Green. Buries it down low. And that's now 6 points for Jeff Green.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
On the wing, Jackson. Here's Hendricks. Here's Clayton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Jackson has the open look, and nothing is falling for him right now. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Wasted no time on that one. Coward's got 23 points.
Well, so often we see this transition buckets off turnovers.
And we know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
Here's Eason. 12 points for him. Rebounded by Jackson. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, takes the alley-oop pass, and dunks it down.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
And the dunk by Eason.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. Here's Clayton. Still scoreless. Pass to Prosper. Here's Coward. We've got 33 seconds left here in the third quarter. And the three ball is good. 26 points for him.
And it took him a little while, but he's really got that three working now. This has been a different quarter for him.
Capella finds Eason. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Memphis. Driving to the basket. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Just too good a player to leave open.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And that one falls for Jackson. Here's Newton. To the wing on the left. Here's Eason. Connects from three-point range. Eason's got 20 points. And so it's the Houston Rockets, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth, Gigi Jackson is out there with Taj Gibson. Then there's Ty Jerome. And it's Spencer in at the 3 slot. Here's Jerome, just 5 to shoot. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jerome's got 12 points here in the second half.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
Easton passes to Green. From deep. Kept alive. Capella kicks to Finney-Smith. Nailed from three-point land.
I think that's one of his specialties, really. Finney-Smith is out there to defend at a high level and knock down threes.
Jerome passes to Jackson. There's the drive. The Rockets pull it in. Pass to Finney-Smith. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Here's Okogie. The 3. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Spencer, guarded by Green. And here is Gibson. Here's Spencer. There's Jackson with the 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got his 5th rebound in this one.
After knocking down a couple in the first half, he hasn't gotten a 3 to fall since.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. To the middle, Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's Okogie. Pass to Eason. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Eason's got 22 points.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Here's Spencer over Finney-Smith. The Rockets pull it in. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. Eason with it. Now guarded by Gibson. Now Finney-Smith. Here's Capella. Makes it off the glass.
Boy, Capella's so special. Great strength, good focus, especially when he's being defended like that. That's good work there.
Pass to Gibson. Here's Spencer. Now here's Jackson. Here's Spencer. Finney-Smith defending. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
First free throw is good. With floor spacing so in demand league-wide, Clark, there are non-shooting big men on the chopping block, wouldn't you say?
I agree. I mean, for centers, you've got to have the awareness as far as cutting and moving off the ball, and then using what they call circle action in the paint to create an angle for the pass and stay out of the way. Those are things that are part of the game now for the big guys.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Now here's Crawford. That three off the mark.
You know he wants that one back, right in his wheelhouse.
Jerome against Eason. Crawford with the steal. Here's Capella. Banked in off the glass.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Jerome passes to Jackson. Here's the screen to the wing right side. Here's Prosper. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Eason with it. Offline with his three. And he drives in, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Clark, you're so familiar with the college game. What's the biggest adjustment for guys coming into the pros?
I think the strength of the NBA players, Kevin, and the pace of play, and then also the number of games. I mean, that's just a lot more than what you see in college, and how you go about preparing for that type of schedule, that type of physical talent, that type of physical wear and tear is something that no college player is usually ready to handle until he goes through it.
Houston making a switch here. Davison's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. The Rockets have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Pass to Eason. And the dunk by Eason.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up. Well, he's found his shot again. Did nothing from range in the first half. But this third quarter, all his.
Capella sets a screen for Eason. Shot clock at 6. Here's Davison. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Boy, that's just some major intensity from Finney Smith there, going up hard and then just fighting for the and one play.
And GA, you look at all these great European players. Some saying that youth development in the U.S. could emulate aspects of what they're doing overseas in their systems.
Well, it's already going in that direction. Youngsters able to, in essence, go pro from their early teens. But the academies they've set up over there, they are, no doubt, intriguing.
And that one misses.
The definition of a stretch four. Finney Smith is a really valuable offensive player.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. It's stolen. And it's Houston on the break. Pass to Davison. And the layup's good off the glass.
Clearly caught him off guard with that move. Not the guy you'd expect to bust out a spin, but it worked beautifully there.
Here's Hendricks. Here's Coward. Looking to end the run. It doesn't go for him. The Rockets have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Back to Green. Pass to Okogie. Puts up a three. Rebounded by Prosper.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Clayton, the pass to Jerome. Here's Hendricks for the three. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Eason's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, that is a very impressive, quick first step by Josh Okogie. Hard to defend that.
And Clark, one idea that Commissioner Silver mentioned, shortening NBA games to 40 minutes as opposed to the current 48 minutes. What are your thoughts there?
You know, Kevin, I don't know if shortening the game would be an answer. I certainly would love to see the season shortened to take maybe 12 to 14 games off the regular season. I think would go a long way to enhancing the season-long quality of play.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
So it's the Rockets now, following the score by Memphis. Here's Eason. Off target with his three. Grizzlies shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Jerome deciding where to go with it. That one falls. Coward's got 33. Rocket shooting in the fourth has been tremendous, 59%. Now Eason. Pass to Davison. Picked by Finney-Smith for three, Okogie. Grizzlies with the rebound. Clayton's got his fourth rebound in this one.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Bounce pass for Jerome. Here's Hendricks. 5 to shoot. Jerome in the corner. Jacks up a three. Green with the rebound. And for Houston, they're shooting it as well as you're going to see, 67%. Pass to Davison. Houston moving it around. Eason with it. Here's Okogie. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Okogie's got 4 points now in the quarter. Here's Hendricks. Here's Coward. Well, Clark, with the game becoming more global, some are saying the NBA should adopt some FIBA rules to more closely align the leagues. Any changes you'd welcome?
Well, you know, Kevin, with all the shooting that teams possess now, maybe the league can get away from the defensive 3-second rule. I mean, there's so much switching and interchanging of players. The offenses are usually so well spread out. I think you should just maybe abandon that particular rule. Throw those big guys a bone and let them park inside at their own peril.
Okogie for three, drops in the tray.
Boy, because of his athleticism, when Josh Okogie is knocking down the three-point shot, he is really uber dangerous.
Here's Jerome, pass to Coward, to the left side wing. Here's Jerome. Here's Hendricks. And the Grizzlies another three.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Rockets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kevin Durant.
Oh, I loved his approach. Businesslike, methodical, highly productive. When they needed points, he was the one that got them.
Now, Finney Smith. Jeff Green missing from long range. Eason passes to Davison. The shot. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Jerome. The shot's good. Jerome's got 33.
Nice setup. Excellent team basketball.
And so it's Houston with it. Here's Davison. So we see Houston taking the W here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. And so now, for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Kevin Durant.